My name is Erica and this is my persuasive speech. How do you feel when it gets really hot outside and all you do is sweat? How do you like living in dry land? Great ice sheets once covered a large portion of the world, and those glaciers have alternatively retreated and advanced as the Earth has warmed and cooled and leading up to global warming. The next move you make can and will contribute to global warming. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the effects of global warming, and then I'd like to tell you what you can do to reduce the growth of global warming that happens every day. I'll begin by telling you the effects of global warming. An increase in the emission of greenhouse gases will increase global temperature. The warming of Earth happens more on land than in water, so humans contribute to global warming every day. Increase in global temperature has many effects. Warming occurs mostly over dry land than in the water. Increase in global temperature occurs mostly at night than in the day. An increase in temperature will cause the seawater to rise. In the past 100 years, the water level has risen 18 centimeters. That may not seem like a big deal, but eventually, the melting from the icebergs and other big masses of ice will put dry land completely underwater. There will be extreme weather variability, which will cause more hurricanes and cyclones than usual. We definitely do not need any more hurricanes. Another effect of global warming is the disappearance of our coral reefs. Coral reefs act as an anchor to Florida, and if they continue to be destroyed by the nets dragging off the back of boats, we can and will expect coral reefs to disappear and for Florida to disappear as well. An increase in average temperature will also generate more costs on us instead of having more benefits. The electric and water bill costs will skyrocket. I'm sure that you can see the effects of global warming. The majority of this class may already know about these effects, but you may be asking, how, what, and why do we need to decrease the rate of global warming? Let me tell you. This is some of the ways you yourself can decrease the rate of global warming. Lower the amount of water you use each day. When you run the dishwasher, make sure the dishwasher is full. If it isn't full, it takes a lot more energy than needed. Washing clothes in cold water when possible will help as well. Make sure you have enough clothes to wash. Not just the shirt you have to wear the next day if you forgot to wash it. It takes up too much energy. How many of you also take long showers? How many of you take 2 to 3 showers a day? I know people who can spend up to 3 hours in the shower. 1 hour is more than enough. Using a lot of water increases energy and isn't saving anything. All it's doing is adding more money onto our bills. Think about that the next time you take a shower. Lower the amount of electricity you use every day. There's no need for every light in the house to be on. Turn off the lights you aren't using and electronics such as the radio and television. This will help reduce the rate of energy. You should also unplug those items you aren't using because the circuit may still be on, even though it is turned off. Wear alternative clothing in the winter. Instead of wearing a tank top and turning the AC on higher than normal, wear thicker jackets or sweaters. Not doing so will use more energy, and the more energy that we have, the more pollution, and the more pollution, the greater it contributes to global warming. There are many ways in reducing the amount of carbon dioxide that we use, and they are but are not limited to the following. We need to clean the filters, install a thermostat that can be programmed, get energy-efficient appliances, use water heater blankets, less hot water, recycle, plant 1 tree a month, switch to green power, buy fresh foods, use less miles when driving if possible, and start flying less. It uses too much gas, too much energy. We need to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide because it contributes to global warming and acid rain. Acid rain is not good for our trees because it lowers the pH levels in the soil, causing the trees to die. Without trees and the oxygen it gives us, we will not be able to survive. The result of not reducing our water, electricity, carbon dioxide, and fertilizer use can have devastating disasters such as a rise in sea levels, more hurricanes and cyclones, massive crop failures, widespread extinction of species, and disappearance of coral reefs, as previously mentioned. Every year, the level of seawater increases, and if we don't reduce the amount of energy we use, it will cause erosion of beaches and coastal flooding. Eventually, the effects of global warming will put dry land completely underwater. As you can easily see, reducing the amount of water, electricity, and carbon dioxide that we use can be one of the most beneficial things to do here on Earth. I told you the need for reducing things we use every day like electricity, water, and carbon dioxide to prevent an alarming increase in global warming. What you can do to prevent global warming and why we need to prevent global warming. Cut back on the amount of water, electricity, and carbon dioxide. It's as easy as that. Think of the satisfaction you will receive by being the one who takes that step to reduce global warming and making a difference. Join me and many Americans today and reduce the amount of water you use, as well as the amount of electricity and carbon dioxide that you use. Together, we can and will prolong life here on Earth and stop global warming.